What is happening, everyone? Welcome back to the channel, True Fight Gaming. If you're new, hit that red subscribe button, turn on that notification bell, and sit back and relax, guys. Chill. We are the ninja. The ninja. We are silent but deadly. Let's get into it, folks. Last time we left off, we discovered our grandfather's place and a new secret, a location, and an old armor piece from the original Assassin's Creed, which actually is from Altia's part of history, which is actually also part of Desmond's history, which is the main character in several of the different Assassin's Creed games. Now what we're doing here is we are going to the first tomb after we discovered that we need to find different sized plates or ornaments. They're circular shapes and they have different types of...
Ezio, thank God you're alright. This madness with the Medici and the Pazzi, is this why you pursued Francesco?
Not exactly.
Well, whatever your reasons, the city's safe again thanks to you. Now tell me, how may I be of service? Ah, another page. Aha, it's a similar cipher to the last one. This won't take long. Interesting. Oh, indeed. I see. It's another blade design for delivering poison.
Can you build it?
See, it won't take very long. I just need to find a way to hollow out the blade without sacrificing the...
It's all right, Leonardo. Just do what you need to do.
All done. I filled your blade with a bit of poison to start with. Should you run out, just visit a doctor.
Poison? From a doctor?
In high enough doses, that which cures can kill.
I am in your debt once more, my friend.
Anytime, Ezio. Anytime.
We had to go to Leonardo's place because Leonardo is actually an artist or a sculpturist or something like that. In this game, he helps his mother, and his mother brings him onto this friendship with Leonardo, and he helps him with the codex pages, which, if you take a look at my last episode, at the end of the video I talked about it because we went over it and we found out that the grandfather had the secret location where you can find the armor. Basically you have to find 6 plates, and once you've done 6 tombs like we're going to be doing in this episode, you get a chance to do this. But over the course of it, you have to fight different types of enemies, and you have to keep taking out different targets. And what we're going to do is we're going to go find that place, and it will be an icon on the map that's different to everything else. And as you can see, it's my next memory, but we want to go over to the other areas to find some of the other things, so we're going to do that later. So as you can see, we're following on the map on the bottom right hand corner. You can't quite see it too much, but it looks like the assassin logo, and that is the exact place we need to climb onto. But it's really easy to find on the map when you look at it in the bigger view. And as you can see, Leonardo managed to fix our second secret weapon. So that means when we're targeting enemies and we go against them, we can kill 2 different people at the same time.
Came in handy. Mildly.
Hey, you have to hit every single bump in the road?
So here we are at the place where we need to climb. So how do we go about doing this? Now one of the ways is climbing up the actual place that you need to climb up to. But another way is if you're stuck, you need to climb on something else that's next to it and try and find a way to jump over to it like this. And eventually you'll be able to do things like that and jump over. And that's how you get onto this one. So there's several different ways you can get onto this one, but this is the way I've chosen. So what we need to do now is go closer to the Assassin's Creed mark, which is near here somewhere. And if it's not in the area, then you have to make sure it's either above you or below you in some direction. So sometimes it can be on the ground. So usually before climbing up is a good idea to actually check that it's not on the floor before you climb up the whole thing, because you can get up to here and then waste all your time. So let's just go find that then. So we've looked at the top, let's go down to the bottom. I believe since we've looked at the top, we can't find it at the top, it's going to be at the bottom. Now what we need to do is grab one of the sides to get down slowly, and you can press the circle button to release, and then again you can climb down. And most probably usually in this kind of area you can kind of just climb down yourself. And here we are, we found the button. We can now interact with it and it will go through the cutscene, and we'll go through to the tomb. This is classed as a tomb kind of quest.
Di Grazia, stay away from the artwork on the walls. And when your men paint the dome, take care not to disturb any of the sacred relics in the lanterna on top. They are the most important artifacts in our church.
Yes, yes, Padre. Just make sure to pay us the full sum for our work.
So here we go guys, this is a kind of like puzzle, and what we need to do is keep going to this yellow circle areas, and in this one we have to climb up and around. And what we've got to do is, along the way, if you fall down, there are special ladders in every single area that we have to do. We have to land on it and it'll go through a cutscene, and then we will be able to jump back up there to that certain part. We won't have to do the whole puzzle again. We'll be able to go from a certain waypoint. So that's going to be really good.
Bene. Now I have a way back up in case I fall.
So let's just keep it moving, guys. We just have to make sure that we're staying on the right path and that we are climbing up or down to make sure that we're going across to the right place. So as you can see, we're going to go up this way, and then we're going to go onto this pillar here, and then we're going to go and jump. No. That's falling, Ezio. Come on, dude. Right, we're going to this bit. You're really showing up at the moment, aren't you, Ezio? I mean, come on. The viewers are watching. Let's do this. There we go. Finally. we go onto this one, and then we go onto this pillar here, to that pillar, here, to here. Now some of these you have to be careful. And we go around here, and then to this light, to that light, to this one, and then onto this pillar, and then up here, and then across to this next ledge, the beams, and then to the lights, and then we want to turn right again, and then go across, and then we just keep going this way onto this side here, and then we want to jump onto these, and then it will do the cutscene, and like I said, it will hit a ladder down, which means if you do fall at this area, you can come to this bit and we can climb up here. Now this next bit, you might be wondering how we do this. It's going to be more of like a Tomb Raider kind of thing. If you play Tomb Raider, you know what I'm talking about. But this actually originally came from Assassin's Creed sort of thing. Tomb Raider kind of came out at the same kind of exact time frame, I want to say. But here we go. So what we need to do is we need to think about climbing the different types of walls. Another game that is published by a similar kind of area of time was Prince Persia. Now that has some pretty decent puzzle and related kind of maps, as I say. So what we need to do is find the right area of where we need to go. So what we're doing here is looking around, like say if you fell down or something like that. It's actually also good to look at the area and where you're going to go. So as you can see, there's parts where we can climb up. So we need to know which side we need to go to. So a lot of it comes down to knowing these types of games, or if you've done it before, things like that. So as you can see, we can get onto this ladder if we're falling down. I just wanted to show you that and the basic area that we're going to be climbing next. You can also climb on things like this, but sometimes you might fall. It depends if he actually grabs it and jumps across. So you'll know instantly if he doesn't. So we have to jump onto this beam here, and as you can see, it's hinting to go near these kind of areas and then round, as you can see. So what we're going to do is we're going to go round all the way. Then we have to jump onto the right side, and then we need to go across onto the light, and then we need to go onto this beam so that we can get round to the other side. And then it's going to be the next bit and the next bit. So we just need to keep going round until we get to the right part, and then we can jump up, and then we want to jump up this way against the wall, which means we can climb up, and then we want to jump over here, and then we need to go along these beams so that we can get to this bit here, and then we need to climb up, and we just keep climbing up until we find the right beam that we need to jump onto. And as you can see, we found it. We're going to keep going round, jumping over and round, and then jumping over, which will lead you to this bit, which will lead you to the light, and then across. So some of these you might not recognize. Then you have to climb up to the top again, and then just keep going round. Then once you get to the top, again you can go onto the beam. You have to look around to find the next beam so that you can go across to it. So it's not that hard, but it can be a bit frustrating if you are trying to find the right bit to go on. Like sometimes you might jump to the wrong bit and then realize that you've jumped onto the wrong bit. and then you'll fall down like this. So that means you kind of need to start again. So I'm going to just fast forward back up there. So we're back, guys. We're here. We're back to where we fell off. We want to go this way, jump over here, and then we want to jump up across these pillars and go up this ladder. And we need to keep going up, and then we need to switch over to the other side of the ladder, which makes us reach the checkpoint. So that means we're close to the place where we can climb up to. So it will probably create another ladder so that we can then get to that bit. So we just need to check the area just to make sure. So we're going to go round. Obviously I fell there. So the best part is if you fall like this, you can just jump back down to one of the lower bits so that you can get back up. As you can see, I can't get back up from here, falling down. So it will look like that. Once you jump downwards, you can then get to this area, and then we're going to go straight back up to where we were. So if you did fall down, you can just jump onto the next bit. So we're then going to try and not fall over several times, and then we need to go all the way around, jump over to this bit, and then we need to jump over to that bit, and then make sure that we go across like that, and then we can just keep going round, and then we need to go upwards across this wall, which you can't really see that well with the light, and then just keep going up until you get to the top, and then you're almost ready to get to the very top, and that's where the tomb is actually going to be. But first we need to get to the top and then jump across to where we need to get, which is this bit here. Just make sure you don't fall there. It is a very long drop, and then we get to go up the ladder, and we found our way to the tomb. And this is going to be the first piece to the armor piece, the best armor in the game, which you will get. It'll be Altair's gear, and there we go.